Yeah.
But so there's one on my list called Love is Blind, and it is, don't watch it. I'm not recommending it. It's like The Bachelor, but like worse. It's a show where there's guys and girls that they do this experiment where there's these pods. So basically, imagine this building where in one half, far on the end of the building, there's like the guys area. The other half of the building is the girls' side of the building, the girls' area where they sleep and they've got their kitchen. But then down the middle of the building, they've got these almost like cubicles, but they're rooms.
Okay.
And there's just a screen. You can't see the other person on the other side of the screen. And the whole hypothesis is that love is blind, that you can fall in love with somebody without actually seeing them. So they propose, they get to a point where either at the end of the pod dates, they call them, if you don't propose to the other person by the end of the pod dates, well, then, you know, the show wasn't for you. But if you propose to the person on the other side, well, then
Like
there's
get married?
Yes.
Have people gotten married out of this show?
Yes.
I hate this.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
So the premise is you can't see the people.
You can't see them.
It's TV. Are they allowing ugly people on the show? Are there fatties?
That's part of why, like, this is
because everybody's beautiful, right?
This is guilt, man. This is like, watching this is like just sitting down and eating a big like cheesecake all by yourself. Like, you feel like crap afterwards, but like when you're watching it, you can't stop. It's a train wreck.
What Charlie Kaufman was talking about.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Mass-produced garbage.
I know. But there is this moment where once they propose, so I'd say the first third or the first half of the season is these dates where they're talking to each other,
right?
And they're just totally infatuated with each other, and they're in tears, and they're saying, I didn't think that this was going to work, and I'm in love with you. I don't care what you look like. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And then they do this moment where the girl's standing down a hallway in a closed room, and the guy's standing on the other end of the hallway in a closed room, and they're buttoning up, they're, you know, getting ready, perfume, you know, dress, and then the screens come up and they have the moment where
they're engaged at this point.
But they're engaged at this point. And there's been instances where they're hugging and the girl is just like, I've met the man of my dreams, and he's leaning over his shoulder like how do I get out of this? Like, I'm screwed. I'm not attracted to you at all.
So it's part junk food, part watching a car crash.
And so what they do is, from that point, they send them on their honeymoon before they have a wedding ceremony. So they spend 2 weeks at this like tropical paradise,
right?
Which is where all hell starts breaking loose. And then at the end of the whole thing, they do weddings. And they walk up to the altar, and at the altar, like, they have an opportunity to like back out at the last second.
Hey.
And so if you get through this gauntlet, then either like, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together, or I'm going to do the most horrific, terrible thing I can do, is lead you on all the way to this point where I'm going to look at you when they say I do, I'm going to say I don't, and like say no, call it off. All the families are there, all the angry grandparents on like, what the?
Is the wedding at a cool exotic location?
Oh, it's all
there you go. So yeah, at least get a free trip out of it for the family.
Yeah.
This is the worst. This might be worse than home improvement reality shows.
This is worse. Yeah.
You know, oh man. Yeah.
I know. It's on there.
You know, if it was more real and you had the trailers looping over here on IMDb, and everyone is beautiful. Like you had like regular people on there.
Yeah.
You know, different ages.
Sure.
Ugly, skinny, fat, you know.
Let's really shake it up.
You know, some with a peg leg. Like, let's
see how this
the point of being blind if everybody's beautiful.
Let's see how blind this love really is.
Oh, so dumb. Okay. John, I missed the me from 10 minutes ago that didn't know that existed.